Hello, Fox Fendi, also known as Nadine Lugden, singing my original song, Box Fen Boogie. Hey, hip hooray, watch her sway, it's her way, she's grooving. Oh, getting down, touch the ground, don't fall down, Box Fen Boogie. Yeah, flying high, touch the sky, that is why's the Box Fen Boogie. Up in the mountains where the air is fine, there's a little old lady way past her prime, and she starts dancing every night when the sun goes down. The coyotes sing and the moon is high, that's when the forest starts to come alive. Then she starts dancing to the Box Fen Boogie. She's got no job, she don't need much money. At the end of the day, she don't need no honey. Throws wood on the fire, the flames get high. The moon and the stars are in the sky, making her feel like she's gonna cry. So she starts moving to the Box Fen Boogie. Hey, hip hooray, watch her sway, it's her way, she's grooving. Oh, getting down, touch the ground, don't fall down, Box Fen Boogie. Yeah, flying high, touch the sky, that is why's the Box Fen Boogie. Coyote says, what do you need? I need the man over there to stop looking at me. And she sings in tune with the coyote choir. It's getting late, the Box Fen waits as she bows her head to pray, thanking God for another blessed day. As she has to bed, she decided to have one last dance. Hey, hip hooray, watch her sway, it's her way, she's grooving. Oh, getting down, touch the ground, don't fall down, Box Fen Boogie. Yeah, flying high, touch the sky, that is why's the Box Fen Boogie. Yeah, flying high, touch the sky, that is why's the Box Fen Boogie. Hello, everyone. Glad you're all here. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to watch the YouTube side, and I'm still going to miss everybody's comments, but I'm going to try. So let's see. I want to say hello to some people, if I can. Hang on. I have to scroll back up to the very beginning. Mary Jones, hello. I'm glad you're here, hon. Let's see. Something's wrong. There we go. Dream on Wheels, May 1943 is here. Thank you all for coming. Lucky Dog Productions moderator. Hello, how are you doing, Sue? Let's see. Carlin Griffith, how are you doing? I'm glad you're here. I noticed something happened when I checked my YouTube thing. It said it was supposed to be on at 6 o'clock. And then it said, no, I was scheduled for 5 o'clock. Had to go back and check and make sure they both said the same thing. Anyhow, Aaron Jemison is here. Hope you're doing well, Aaron. All our prayers have been going out for you. Hoping you're handled everything. I know it's been hard. And there's not much anybody can say. Just that know that we are all here for you. And we love you. Okay. Johnny's Journey. Hello. Thank you for being here. Thank you all my moderators for being here. I started out with quite a few today already. So I'm grateful for that. If my moderators would make sure that they put the links that I mentioned in the when I talk about some channels, put the links in if you could. And also, please, moderators, put your links in the chat periodically. And some people would prefer to do PayPal rather than super chats if they want to support the channel. So if somebody, one of or two of my moderators would put in my PayPal link a couple times during the chat, that would help, or if somebody asked for it. And it is in the description below this video. Chris Diana's here. Ashley's World. Let's see. I'm hot in here. I guess I should have turned the fan on. I turned it off because it makes so much noise. The Happy Camper is here. Where did I put my remote? Hang on, guys. I'm going to find my remote. There it is. Bear with me. It's really too warm in here. Okay. I thought I could do without because it makes so much noise, but I think I have to have it on. Anyhow. Hawkins Family Adventures. Sandra is here. Hello. Did I say hello to Chris Diane? Hello, I'm glad you're here. Van City Adventure. Hello. That I believe would be Daryl or maybe Caden. Who knows? Redheaded Riding Hood is here. Thank you. You guys make me feel so good that you come so almost every week. Most of you do come every week. Thrifty Angela is here. Amethyst Hayes Adventures is here. Let's see. Fordman, aka Kenneth Oakes. I'm glad you're here. Landclad Adventures is here. The Dyson's Crazy Adventure. I believe that's Christine. Evening Shade is Lori. Hello, I'm glad you're here. Jim Bertrand. I'm happy Halloween. You know, guys, I really don't do Halloween. That is the problem. My least favorite holiday, so I haven't really participated too much in people's Halloween celebrations on their live streams. I'm sorry. Also, I've been very busy. I just haven't had time. Let's see. I think I've pretty much caught everybody. So, today we're going to have a visitor today, but I don't see them here yet. Northwoods RV Life is here. Gracie Seeking Adventures. Interesting, there they are. Alrighty. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you. Are you guys ready? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Looks like they're ready. All right. So, Moments with Vanessa's here, too. So, here we go. I'm bringing you up. Hello, everybody. McGuires On Tires. This is a wonderful little family. And hang on, I have to get my little... I'm bad. I have one notebook that I use for everything. I put the notes. That's the drawing of doing a cabinet in here.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's my architecture. So everything, my goals. There's my goals. Then the notes, all the same notebook. Because otherwise, if I have it in 2 or 3 different notebooks, I cannot find anything.
You sound like me when I try to keep more than one calendar.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just get so mixed up.
Same
Have
here.
5 different notebooks. Okay, before we go too far, how about let's introduce each of the people in your family.
Well, I'm Scott.
And I'm Carrie.
I'm Chloe. I'm Sophie.
Chloe and Sophie.
Yeah.
I have some questions for Chloe and Sophie today, but I still haven't found my notes.
No problem.
Well, I'll tell you,
You know,
a couple
I
of-
say it all the time. It sucks getting old.
I watched a couple of your videos today, and I had not seen your van tour before. It's amazing what you've done.
Well, you wait till you see what I've been doing. Oh, yeah. Because for reasons I had no choice. Hang on, I just noticed Lady Debbie S. Van Life has sent me a super sticker. Let me give her a thank you.
Yes.
If I can find the right ones. Where are you at? Short but sweet. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate that. I don't know if I missed any. I don't think I did. Okay. Chloe, let me try to remember the names. That's Chloe, okay. And this one, little one is
Sophie.
Sophie. I got it almost at the same time. Not bad. Scott and
Carrie.
Carrie. You know, that's another thing happens. Short-term memory is really bad. I have names written down, but anyhow. So what I want to tell everybody about your channel is, first of all, I did some watching of videos. I have seen you. I've been to your channel many times, but I don't follow your live streams all the time because I'm following about 350 channels.
Yeah.
And tons of them are doing live streams. I try to support one at a time, as many as I can. And I'm not a multitasker, so I don't go back and forth when people are doing live streams, very seldom. So I want to give my full attention when I go to a live stream, if possible, because if somebody says hello to me and I'm gone.
Yeah. That's awesome, though.
Yeah. So anyhow, that's part of why I haven't been to a lot of your live streams, but I have been to a few. And you guys are a very high energy, exciting channel. You're very creative with all the that stuff that you guys do on your channel. It's never a dull moment, whether it's a video or a live stream. You guys are exciting, bouncy, come up with so many cool ideas. Anybody that doesn't know these people, please go over and check out their channel and subscribe. They have gotten monetized, but believe me, just because you're monetized doesn't mean you don't need new subscribers and new friends and new watch hours, because every day I lose watch hours. Every day I lose subscribers. So you gain, and it's up and down. So we all want to support each other, and I know these guys support a lot of channels.
We try to, like you, it can keep you super busy.
It does. And I'm by myself. Anyhow, okay, Sophie, I have some question for you.
Okay.
How did you come up with the idea of a yes day? Tell us about your yes day.
Well, I thought that the parents are always in charge, and it would be fun to be the parents for the day and make them do silly stuff without them being able to say, no, we can't do that.
If anybody has not seen that video, make sure you go and check that video out. It's called Yes Day on their McGuires On Tires. That was such a fun video. I tell you right now, I just loved it. Thank you, E.G. Threadgood. Hold on, people. Let's see. Let's try dip one. Thank you, Itchy, for your super chat. I do appreciate that. One of my loyal subscribers does that all the time. It's amazing. Okay. I do want to kind of keep an eye on the chat while we're talking. Okay. So what did you do on your yes day, Sophie?
Well, one of the things that we did is we raced up the rocky steps, and the loser had to swim in the wading pool in
Philadelphia.
And I lost, but since it was yes day, Daddy had to put on a floaty and a snorkel and go and swim in the wading pool in front of all the people.
I wondered how he ended up in the water then instead of you. I thought, okay, I didn't get that. Thank you for telling me why he had to go in the water. Because his parents had to do, because it's yes day. Okay, I got it.
We really got some looks at that. It was just a public wading pool with like little tiny kids. I thought I was going to get arrested.
I love it. I just think it's so cool. I bet everything better was thinking it's so funny. Yeah. Okay, Chloe, I have a question for you. Tell me about the zip line.
The zip line. Oh my gosh. The one at Anakisa?
No,
Yes.
go wait.
Oh, the Go Ape. Okay.
Either one.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
either
done
one.
two, so
Yeah.
she can kind of compare them if you want.
Take a pick. Take a pick that's one that was your favorite.
Okay. the Go Ape one was probably my favorite because all of us got to do it. And I was with dad that time instead of mom. So I got an experience with both mom and dad. But the Go Ape was my favorite because it also had ropes courses. And so it really tested and made me test my bravery. And I was really scared at first. And so doing that really made me, okay, I have to do this and it's going to be super fun once I do it. But it really made me test my strength and see how far I could go without getting absolutely terrified. And
Yeah.
I was absolutely terrified most of the time, but it was very fun. And so I just had to do it and get out there and do it. It was so fun once I did.
You look like you had no fear. I was very impressed. I don't have the stamina to do things like that. But when I was young, I did.
Yeah.
I used to do back dives on the diving board. Very bad what I did. I was 7 months pregnant with my first child when I did a back dive off a high dive. But I was very gutsy back then. Not anymore.
Carrie's dream. Carrie always wanted to do a zip line. And one day we just came across one and we went and did it. But this one that she's talking about, it was just incredible. And apparently they're all over the country. Go Ape. And it was really cool. It was one thing right after another.
I was going to say, there's a lot of tests on it, a lot of different things. And Sophie, you did it on the second one, right? The Go Wait one. And wow, you looked good. You looked like you had no fear at all. You weren't afraid?
Thank you.
She asked, were you not afraid?
Oh, I was a little afraid at some point because at some points there was places where you couldn't hold on to anything.
Oh, yeah.
I just had to balance, but there were other places where there was a rope that you could hold on to while you walked across.
What did your stomach feel like when you finally went down the line?
Down the zip line.
Well, when I did it at the first time, I was just stepping off of the platform. You're stepping off into
Nothing.
In the air, right. But I can imagine the flip-flops you would go through in your stomach and your chest. Okay. All right. So I have another question for the girls, and then I'm going to ask the grown-ups. Oh, gosh. Okay. Do you love living in an RV?
It is very fun. Being a small space, sometimes we can get a little annoyed of each other a little bit. We're not perfect, so we do argue sometimes, but most of the time it is very fun. We get to go on adventures and we get to live in a smaller space, which sometimes can be a little different, but it is very fun. We love living in an RV. Sophie, what's your
So, Sophie, what do you hate about it?
Well, me and Chloe have to share a room, so sometimes we argue about it because it's so small.
Right.
But I think that's about it.
I remember when my boys had to share a room, they took tape and taped down the middle of the room, left a little walkway so each of them, nobody could get in their space.
We call that in the back seat. There's a space they're not allowed to cross. That's called the DMZ. That's the demilitarized zone.
Dad, she's touching me.
Yeah.
Yes.
She looked at me. Tell her to quit looking at me. She's making a noise. Tell her to stop doing that.
Exactly.
We have fun together, but we're also human.
So you're homeschooling. That's that correct?
No, we actually have a home base that we go back to.
Okay.
We're what some folks call anytimers. Anytime we can get in the rig and take off, we do. I'm a teacher full-time, and Carrie is in higher ed full-time. So we do like to spend a lot of time in the RV, but we definitely like having our home base to get back to as well.
Okay. Some reason I thought you were full-timers.
That's okay.
You're almost because you're on doing stuff all the time.
We love it.
We do try to go as much as we possibly can. And actually last year, Scott, because Scott is a teacher, he was off for the summer last summer. And I was still working 100% remotely due to the pandemic. And so we were able to go last summer, which was really phenomenal. This summer, we took off for a couple of weeks straight, and that was really great as well.
So, girls, do you ever get to go camping with your friends?
Yes. So
Sometimes, yeah.
we've been camping with On the Move, and they're a really cool channel, so check them out. But also, we have other friends who live across the street from us, and they have a camper system. So once we went and we had sites next to each other, and we went to the zoo.
Fantastic. That's good. So you really haven't lost anything by doing the RV stuff. You actually have gained a lot. I bet you do a lot more now that you go in the RV all the time.
Well, Sophie pointed out a negative. We were talking earlier today. What was the negative you talked about?
Well, I play soccer, and so sometimes I have to miss practices and games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's hard. Yeah.
That is hard because you don't want to let down your team. We've actually rearranged some trips.
Do you practice with a soccer ball when you're camping?
Yes, I have a soccer ball that I keep at home, and then a smaller soccer ball that I keep in the camper for when I want to play soccer when I'm out and about.
My sister, that's just younger than me, used to be on all kinds of soccer leagues. She very sports minded, and she was really good. I used to go and watch her play. I think that is a very exciting sport, much less boring than baseball.
A lot more action for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to ask your parents a few things. So what did you do? What made you decide to do a YouTube channel?
Well, when we first purchased our RV, it was when the pandemic first started, was when we made the decision that we wanted to make sure we were having experiences and not just sitting around at home. We initially started the YouTube channel just to chronicle our adventures, mostly for friends and family that we weren't able to see because of the pandemic. And so really how it started was, let's just keep everyone up to date and also have a sort of a journal for our family to look back and see what all we did together.
How long have you had your channel?
How long have we had it now?
Just over a year, I think, maybe
a year and a half.
Not quite a year and a half.
Yeah.
How long have you been monetized?
February. It was February and it became monetized.
So that's really fast.
Well, we've had a lot of great mentors that have poured into us and have really helped guide us along the way, for sure.
I watched a couple of your interviews. You did an interview with who is it? Grow Your Channel. You, me, and the RV.
Yes.
And I guess they've been somewhat your mentors for the YouTube.
We just happened upon them and said, would you mind coming on our live stream and talking with us? Quite selfishly, we asked the questions of things that we'd like to know, but we know that if we have the questions, somebody else does too. And so we asked them, would you be willing to share with us and the folks that are watching? So they were kind enough to answer some questions for us, but I'd say more of a mentor would be like Bob over at Blue Wave Odyssey. Is he not the most giving spirit ever?
Yes, and that's the other interview I watched, because Blue Wave he started this RV community on YouTube. Not him solely, but a group of people got together and started helping support each other, kind of like we do now. It's a little different now. We're grown so big that we can't keep up and support everybody. But when they started, they only had a few channels. That's how they started doing this, is supporting each other, shouting each other out, going to watch their videos and sharing with friends and things like that. So I thought the Blue Wave really taught us how to do YouTube as far as growing our channel.
Yeah, I've had lots
did it the right way.
And say how big and overwhelming YouTube can be. But once they get plugged into a community, it's a whole lot more manageable. But you don't get plugged into a community because you don't know that it exists. We have to go and reach out and find people and bring them in. Otherwise, they just get lost in this sea of YouTube.
Exactly. And I had no idea a YouTube community for banners or RVers or stuff was out there until Bob from Blue Wave Odyssey actually reached out to me on my channel and invited me to a live stream. And then he continued to work with us, talk to me. And he convinced me over time that at first I said, I'll never do a live stream. Never say never, people. You never know what you're going to do. But Blue Wave has been my mentor. And he showed me everything I know about live streaming. And I try to follow his example. Not exactly. I change it up a lot. But he was with me for every single live stream I did for at least 6 to 8 months as my co-host. And I still get very nervous doing interviews. So, okay, let's see. So, what would you like to tell me about your family or your channel? And just share ad lib comfortably what everybody share. Tell us about your channel. Tell us anything you want about your family.
Well, our channel, McGuires On Tires, just chronicles our adventures when we travel in the RV. And when we started out, like Carrie said, it was just capturing the moments. But what I didn't realize is we're capturing our girls growing up. So many people at this age, Chloe's now a teenager, Sophie's a preteen. And at this age, there's a disconnect. You can start to lose your kids.
You're right.
We are guaranteed time together. And we started doing our live stream as a way to help others grow and to help ourselves grow. But looking back, what we've gained is a guaranteed hour with our family together every week. And at this age, you can't get that. And
so what it's done is caused you to draw closer as a family, not separate you, drawing closer. Even with all this stuff that's going on in the world, we're divided everywhere in the world right now. There's so much division, including in families. But by having your family there with you, doing things, enjoying life in the midst of all this, it has to make you feel very, very close. You have to rely on each other.
Absolutely, you do. And I think one of the things that I can appreciate is that this is the age where children start really developing their own interests. And that's super important. Sophie plays soccer, Chloe rides horses, she plays the French horn. They have their interests. But those are the very interests that keep a family very busy, going different directions. But when we share meals together, just tonight, before we got on here with you, we were eating dinner together. And Sophie was sharing an idea about a game we could play on a live stream sometime soon with the folks who join us on our live stream. So it just kind of comes up naturally and organically in the conversations we're having. And it is a shared interest, even when we get busy and we do have to sort of go separate ways. We're guaranteed that weekly time together. And it's just something that can be an additional thread intertwining our family. And it's been really significant and important to us.
So I have a question for you girls. Sophie and Chloe, would you sometime when I invite you, come and co-host for me and produce a game for my guests?
I think that would be very cool.
Would you like that? Without your parents, not them on the screen. You two could be my co-hosts. Help me greet people. If you know people there, say hello to them. And you're going to do a game, okay? Maybe I'll probably be after January, after my meetup in January, because I'm very busy until then. I don't have enough time, but I would like to work with you. I will send your parents my phone number. We can talk over the phone. I think it might be easier to discuss what we can do, okay?
Yeah, I think that would be very fun.
Yes.
All righty. So if I get lost and forget, please, parents, email me, remind me. I would appreciate that because I do get forgetful at this age. Okay, let's see if there's any questions in the chat for you. I have, if my moderators, I'm going to try to have to go back, but I've missed some questions. If you'll put it and down in the chat with, whatever, I'll look for the moderators mentioning questions. Because this is a lot of people in here, 70, and there's no way I can keep up with the chat. Let's see if I have any QQQs.
As you're looking, I'll share that during the pandemic, we actively talked about and made a conscious decision. Kids, this generation, they're going to look back when they're older and they're going to remember the pandemic. Some kids are going to remember, there was that long time that I didn't get to go to school, or there was that time that it was awful and I was locked up in my house. We made a conscious decision that our kids are going to look back and remember time with their family. And if you look at our channel and watch our videos, those are their memories. That's what they're going to remember from the pandemic.
Those are fantastic memories. Okay, let's see. I just saw a question from Mary. Let's see. Here's question is, how old are the girls?
Yeah, I am 13 and Sophie
I
is
am 9.
Sophie's
9. Wow. So just 4 years apart. My boys were 4 years apart. Let's see. See if I find any more questions. I don't know how people do that. I don't know how, because
from New Horizons, right below Mary's question. New Horizons seems to have a question.
hang on.
Uh,
Well, go ahead and read the question.
Susan from New Horizons wants to know if I got in trouble ringing the doorbells. This past Monday night, we did a fun thing on our live stream where we boo our neighbors, where we take goodie bags, ring the doorbell. It's ding dong ditch, except you leave a goodie bag. Well, I didn't look at the time when I left to do it. We did it on the live stream. It was almost 10 o'clock p.m. and we're ringing doorbells on our live stream. I thought for sure it was going to be an episode of Cops. They were. I heard that voice. So no, Susan, we didn't get arrested. I didn't get arrested yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, for some reason, I'm not sure. Sometimes it shows some on the StreamYard side is different than YouTube. Sometimes you see more comments on YouTube. Sometimes you see more on StreamYard, but then not all of them on both.
And it's hard to keep up, for sure.
Yeah, it's just so weird. Okay, let's see. If you like this. Oh, there you go. Here. Okay.
Mobang has a question for Sophie. I see that.
Okay. Go ahead.
It says, Sophie, have you trained for your next year's pie eating contest? I heard that the competition is going to be tough. Sophie was in a pie eating contest recently.
3rd place.
3rd place.
And
Wow, that little body.
Right?
Mobang was first place in that competition. And then a young
Dream on Wheels.
the daughter from Dream on Wheels, was 2nd place, and Sophie from McGuires on Tires was 3rd. It was a lot of fun.
So have you been training, Sophie?
So now you've been challenged. All right, let's see.
Train her tummy.
You guys saw those questions. I didn't see them. I'm still scrolling through them. I'm not finding it.
It's hard
You guys
to keep up.
Good eyes. Adorable kids, Cece said. Yes,
Oh,
they are.
See,
Thank you.
I saw that Johnny's Journey is here.
Yes.
And I saw Doreen over at Camping Therapy is here. I love those ladies.
Okay, let's
Dream on
see.
Wheels wants to know how many complaints were filed against Scott and the girls, talking about the same shenanigans from Monday. So that's obviously a memorable experience from our live stream this past week.
So what meetups have you been to?
We've been to one meetup 2 times. And again, it was because Bob at Blue Wave Odyssey and William over at Camper Life were kind enough to reach out and draw us in and said, hey, we're going to be in Mayberry. I don't know if you want to come check it out. So we were able to go. And the first time we went, we had been a YouTube channel for a couple of months, had like 12 subscribers or something. And we got there, we didn't know anybody, and everybody was so kind and loving. And we went back again this year and got to see some friends and make some new friends. And the thing that I keep telling people when we talk about it, it applies to YouTube and it applies to camping. Both is we have a common interest, but we're all so different. Like when I watch your videos, Dee, I'm finding things that you and I have in common. Like I watched your how to get out of debt video.
Yeah.
Same process as you, and it's so freeing. But you and I are so different. We have such different backgrounds, but you come at that common thread, and you get to hang out with people you'd never hang out with otherwise.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, let's see if they said I need to change my layout. Let's see if that's better.
Look at that. We all get our own chair.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize I could do that. See, I'm still a newbie when it comes to all the technology is messed up for me. Very messed up, but camping therapy suggested I do that. So I thought, okay, I'll try to see if it get any better. Now we can see all of you. I'm sorry, people.
That's
I
okay,
would.
we're all good.
I thought we looked nice.
We were a
What?
family.
Tom Wild and Wonderful Views. Here's a question for the girls. Why did the ghost starch his sheet?
Did y'all see that?
Oh my god.
He wanted everyone scared stiff. That's
That's great,
fantastic.
Love that.
Thank you, Dorn, and I appreciate that.
I teach middle school band, and one of my students called me this past Friday and said, "Mr. McGuire, what did the ghost say when the opera singer did a bad job?" And he was so proud when he got to say, he said, "Boo."
It's funny. Okay, I probably didn't say hello to everybody. I try to greet everybody. If everybody's enjoying this interview, because I don't do great interviews, I know that. I mean, there are people that do excellent interviews, but I'm enjoying this with you guys very much.
Yeah, we're having
Thank
fun.
you.
So I probably haven't asked you all the great questions that other people would, but all I can say, I really enjoyed this. Hope we can get together again sometime.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you have, what kind of advice can you give somebody that has children on the road?
I think one of the things that I think has been really helpful and beneficial to our family is balance. When you're going on a trip, whether it's a weekend away or 3-week vacation during the summer, to create a balance between activity and downtime.
Right.
I noticed that for our family, when we sit around and do nothing for too long,
Yeah.
or when we go back to back and we don't have a little bit of just relax at the campground time, that's when we have the hardest time, where some of those arguments or tense moments that Chloe
Right.
mentioned might come up. The other thing is balance in a way that you have a balance of the types of activities. So not every day is going to be a go ape experience where you're zip lining across a lake. Sometimes it's going to be a quiet hike in the woods. Sometimes
Right.
it's going to be a day at the zoo.
Like Mount Vernon,
Right.
historical type things.
Exactly. Historical places. Other times it's going to be a bike ride around the campground, and that's the excitement of the day. And those
Or a board game in the house, in the
Correct.
RV. Yeah.
and we carry all of those things with us, so that whatever we feel led to do on a given day, we have those resources available.
Okay, I have two questions. Camping therapy, first one, is she asks, are you happy with your rig? Would you get something different if you were starting over?
Somebody suggested to us when we were just starting, rent a couple of RVs and see what you like, and find the floor plan that you want and go from there. And I thought that was the weirdest thing. But as we started doing that, we figured out exactly what we wanted. And I think what we're in right now is the perfect match for our family. And it was, Carrie and I are both very type A. We plan and we research and we study, and we knew exactly what we wanted. So yeah, we are in the perfect rig for us. You know, everything has its downside, but overall it's perfect for us.
Yes.
Right. And that's the way I feel. Of course, I would love something bigger, but for my lifestyle and just me, really, it is perfect. I mean, there are people in a lot smaller, believe me. So Pamela Smith asked, do the girls play any musical instrument? You mentioned that Chloe played a flute or
French horn.
what? French horn. Okay. Does Sophie play any instruments?
I don't play anything, but when I get to middle school, I'm gonna take band and I'm gonna do percussion.
Oh, percussion. What kind?
The way we do it, we do all the percussion. So she'll play
Oh.
drums and mallets and everything.
Oh, really? Okay, so not just one thing.
Right.
That's cool. Okay, Mobang asks, let's see. Mobang asks, how long does it take to prep for the fun-filled show on your lives?
That's a
good question.
It is good.
We have a running list. Anytime we think of something, we go to our Google Doc and we add to it. And then during the day on Monday, Carrie and I try to work together. She'll be at work and I'll be at work. I mean, not at work.
Totally focused on our jobs and not at all distracted knowing we have a live stream coming up that day.
But we'll do a little bit here and there. And then when we get home, we finalize everything, and then we'll spend 30 to 45 minutes running through it all together. And then the magic happens for an hour every Monday.
Wow, you guys are good. It takes me 2 days just to do this.
Well, I think you bring up a good point. You said earlier, it's just you doing it. With us, we've got the strength of multiple people. So we've got 4 people coming up with ideas. We've got 2 people who are organizing what the live stream lineup is going to be, what order we're doing things. So everyone's sort of got their responsibilities with that. And it can go more quickly when you have the power of 4 people. So
Right.
it would take us longer if it was just one of us doing it, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But even so, yeah, where do you get your energy?
I'm sleep deprived, and so I think I'm just delirious at this point.
Today I was watching somebody's live stream. I felt so bad. I was watching Joy Blessed Life. Blessed Life. She's got a really good channel. People check her out. But I went on to watch her, and hang on, I don't want to lose this question. I lost my train of thought. That's what happens to me when I look at the chat. I try to follow it, then I lose my train of thought. Used to be able to multitask, not much anymore. So I was on. Oh, that's what it was, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I have a live stream today. I need to go take a nap." So I had to stop, get off. I stayed for a little while. And then I said, I got to go take a nap. You know, it's not much fun getting that old. You have to take naps.
That's right. Take naps too. I think.
So Land Cloud Adventures asks, where's each of your favorite places you've been? Let's start with Sophie.
I think that either Go Ape or the zoo, because when we went to the zoo, I was with my best friend.
Oh, yeah. How about you, Chloe?
Ooh, it's hard to choose, but I can't narrow it down to one. But a few are Go Ape, because that was really exhilarating and amazing. Mount Vernon, because that was like really cool. All the historical aspects and like seeing the historical figure that I've known about, and just seeing like where he lived and all that. And then the beach, because I love the beach. I would choose beach over mountain.
Oh, I love the beach.
But I would choose the beach, and so that was amazing too. So
are you all good swimmers?
Sort of. We can swim, but it's not like we're not amazing, but we're able to. Dad can though. That's good.
Okay, Mom, where's your favorite place?
This summer during our 2-week journey, when we had gone as far north as Delaware and Philadelphia area, and we came back down through the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. And I think that has been my favorite place that we visited. We were in Luray, Virginia. And while we were there, we were staying at a river camp that you could do tubing immediately from the campground.
Oh, wow.
Sort of a leisurely tubing, about 20 to 30 minutes down the river. And when you let out of the river, you were still in the same campground. And then you can walk your way back up and do it again if you want to.
That's a big campground then.
It was big, and it had a lot of open land. It wasn't all developed with campsites. So that was nice, taking walks and seeing.
Right.
So that was my favorite place that we've been so far.
Yeah.
How about you, Scott?
I've always liked the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, up where Joy Blessed Life is in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. That is one of our favorite places to visit. And I've always liked that park. It's so big and there's so much to do, and it's just beautiful. But this summer, when we landed in the Shenandoah National Park, I think that might be my new favorite. It's very similar. It's just different. And there are 2 little stores in the national park, and one of them serves blackberry milkshakes.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
We went back a second day to get the blackberry milkshakes again. It was fantastic.
Well, speaking about blackberries, when we were kids, we used to pick the wild blackberries on the road.
Yep.
Remember, my mother made terrible pies. She made awful pie crust. But we picked the blackberries, and I remember I took my Betty Crocker cookbook, and I made my dad a blackberry pie from scratch. and he loved it. It was his favorite pie. And he said, never again, Mary, my mom, never again are you going to make the pie here. I won't say my nickname, but my dad called me, but he said, she's going to make the pies from now on.
Our neighbor across the street this summer had to go out of town for a couple of days, and she's got a couple of, are they blueberries?
Blueberry bushes.
Blueberry bushes, and she didn't want them to, they were getting very full. So she invited us to come over, and we picked blueberries right before we hit the road, and we had gallons of blueberries that we took with us on our trip. It was wonderful.
We froze them, and they were delicious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's another question from Loves You. Do the girls have friends in one place that they ask you parents to stay for a while for them to hang out more of them? Is there a place you can go where you spend a good amount of time with certain friends?
Right.
Most of our friends live a little close to us, and we have some friends up in like Colorado, but I don't think we've gone like way up there to see them yet. But I think it would be cool in the future for us.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's been really neat to see develop is the girls have developed friendships with other RVing kids. Some of those families that are full-time RVers, like Dyer of a Family, Nursing Our
Right.
Travel Bug, and so it's fun.
Dream on Wheels.
Yep.
Right.
It's
Dream on
fun.
Wheels.
It's fun to
You betcha.
see them more than one time if we end up at a meetup together, or if someone's passing through town where we are and they know that we live where we live, they'll stop and visit while they're here, even if it's just a meal together. So that's been really cool. And other times we'll have opportunities like this where we'll be on StreamYard talking, and the kids get a chance to visit that way too. So it's pretty neat.
There was one time we
I'm
had-
going to ask my moderator to do something. Please make sure that McGuires on Tires link is in the chat several times. Also, moderator, if you see somebody in the chat that you know needs subscribers and friends, please put their link in the chat if you feel good about that, so that other people will be aware they need help. That's what our community is all about, is helping each other. So, okay. I just wanted to say that. I saw something, I wasn't sure. Let's see. Why? Here's another joke.
Okay.
Why was Cinderella bad at football?
Wow.
Because she had a pumpkin for a coach.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's great.
You can tell this is Halloween. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, whoops, I just saw another one. Hang on. Pamela Smith has, okay.
Yeah.
Has anyone decided what they want to be when they grow up?
I've almost decided. Oh, that
What do you want to be, Scott?
Scott dreams of being retired. That's what he wants to be when he grows up.
Exactly.
I want to be a vet for like animals, like horses. Like
Large animal vet.
Oh, horses. Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
There's a good channel, people. You want to see some beautiful horses. He has Frisian horses. His name is Dirk Van Hoff.
Okay.
And you go check out his channel. See his beautiful horses. And somebody could put his link in. It's spelled funny. Dirk Van Hoff. Haaf, I believe. But
Okay.
has a really cool channel, and he does a lot of stuff on his channel. He does a lot of horses. He raises the Frisian horses. He has 2 babies. So you're going to love that. Okay.
And
So-
Chloe, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I'm not entirely sure, but for a few years now, I think I've wanted to be an interior designer, because I love to like design things. And like when I was littler, I would go online, like online games. I would find like little house design things, and I would love those. And then I thought about it more, and I realized that I really like designing houses, not like the necessarily like the building part, but like the designing the insides, like the interior
Right.
system,
The decor. Yeah.
the decor, all that kind
Right.
of things, all those things. And
Are
so,
you crafty? Do you like to sew or make cool, like wall ornaments and things like that?
Sophie's more of the crafter. I do, but she is our family resident crafter.
That's true.
All right. All right. Let's see.
I see that it's about
Let's
time
see.
now. It's
Hang
here.
on.
That's one of the friends that when they come through town, we hang out with them, and they've got grandchildren that are about our kids' age, but we enjoy hanging out with them.
Mary, you did exactly right. That's what I asked. Always suggest. That's perfect the way. If people want to promote to their channel, we don't do that in the chat. But if we do something like that, my moderators will give you a warning or a reminder that we don't do that unless you're asked to do so. Because the way we support each other and get people to go to other channels is somebody will, like my moderators are able to put links in the chat. My guests on my panel can suggest channels that they want you to go see. Or I can suggest anybody that's on the panel can do that. Or if somebody asks ahead of time, like email me, and I could do a promate, tell people to go check out a channel. But we just don't, it's not proper. We don't consider it proper etiquette to do it in the chat. Promoting our own channel. So, okay, but Mary did that correctly, just so you know. I'm sorry.
I'm seeing the punchline to a joke.
Oh yeah,
Well-
I saw the question a little up. Who was it? It was Janine Wetzler. Sorry if I said that wrong, but it was, why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? And the punchline was because he didn't have any body to go with.
I got told to figure it out, whatever that one. Okay, let's see. I see it's about time now is here too. Yeah. Hello. Glad you're here.
That's your Jeep still.
So I am, wow. Where did the time go? We only have 10 minutes left. Wow. I must be having fun with this interview.
Time flies when you're having fun. We are.
I am. So I want to thank you guys for coming up. Please, Sophie and Chloe, remind me. I don't want to forget. I want to have you up sometime, probably in February. Okay. Yeah. So send me a reminder, or remind your parents to send me a reminder. I definitely want you to be a co-host on my channel one day. Yes. And I do want you to kind of think about a game that would be easy for online.
Yeah.
Okay. So your parents may have to help you set that up, but yeah. Yep. Well, or help me set it up. Okay. So I want to thank you so much for coming up. And I'll be around. I'll be checking out your channel. I do watch, like I said, I don't always chat on comment on everybody's videos. I'm just so busy, but I go and watch a lot of them. And so if I think of it, if I have time, I usually make some kind of a comment if I can. But I did on a few of yours. Anyhow, I don't want anybody to think I don't care about them, because I really do. I just don't have enough hours at the end of the day.
Right.
I love you all.
We appreciate that you've shared your time with us tonight, and that you've had a moment to check out our channel a little bit. We enjoy yours, and we hope you enjoy ours as well.
Thank you. And for the chat, people, my gold members, all they have to do is email me and let me know that you want to be interviewed on my channel. Please send me an email if you would like to have an interview on my channel. Even if you don't do content, you can come up and have an interview, tell us about your life. You don't have to be a content creator to be interviewed. So a gold member will automatically get an interview if they want it. Anybody else, all you have to do is ask, and if I have time, I will do an interview. So there was go with that. Because on my channel, to me, whether you ever give me a dime, whether you ever send me a super chat or a PayPal or become a member, in my mind, you're all members on my channel. And that's the way I feel, because this is my family. This is my extended family. And when I had no family around, nobody, YouTube was my family. And believe me, they have blessed me in my life so much because of being my friends. So anyhow, all right, I'm gonna let you go because I want to do one prize today. So then make sure you put a word in the chat. Let's see if I can bring this up. Okay, thank you again for coming.
Guys.
Okay, bye-bye. Let's see. There we go. I have to figure that out. Okay, let me get a prize. Hang on. The StreamYard name picker, if I can find it. There we go. All right, here we go. So you need to type the word friend, FRIEND, in the chat. I'll bring it up on the screen. I can spell. Okay, hang on. Let me share this. Friend, FRIEND. Share. Hopefully that's up there. Uh-oh, there we go. Okay, everybody type friend. We still have 57 people in the chat, so let's go here. I'm going to start collecting comments. We have 26 right now. 28. Oh, I should tell you what you're going to win. You're going to win a $10 Amazon gift card. 30 entries. 31. How we doing? Oops. Okay, I think that's about long enough. Okay, I'm going to count from 10 down to 0, down to 1. If you haven't got your comment word in, you won't be in the contest. 32 entries. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 33 entries. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Over the Hill RV. Congratulations. Fantastic. All right. Let's stop sharing. Okay. Over the Hill RV. All you have to do, let me put my email address on the screen. That's my email address. Email me. Remind me you want a $10 Amazon card. And I will get that out to you right away. So I want to thank everybody for coming. If my moderators know who's coming on next, please put the link in the chat. So, and if there's more than one channel, put more than one channel in the chat. People can choose who they want to go see. I probably missed a lot of questions today, people, but I tried to follow the chat. But more important to me, I think I don't want to ignore my guests, that that's what you were here to see. I didn't do any updates on today. Next week, I'll share more about what I've been doing. But it's been a busy time. I hope if I ever get caught up. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I will see you next week, or actually have a video come out on tomorrow about 6 o'clock. And the video is about, well, some meetups. So hope you'll watch that video. Thank you so much for coming. Bye-bye. Hang on. Let's see. Thank you for coming. Please hit the like button, make a comment, share this video out with your friends, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified, and the subscribe button. Thank you so much for participating and supporting my channel. And you have made it a great success. Your friendship and support in every way has made my channel grow. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.